Every morning you open your eyes, but it feels like you haven't truly woken up yet. You lie there staring at the ceiling, trying to stretch those extra minutes into eternity. Deep down, you know exactly what you need to do, but you don't even move. You let laziness wrap around you like a heavy blanket. You allow excuses to fill your mind. I'll start tomorrow. Today, I'm out of energy. I just need a little push. But that tomorrow never comes. And every night, just as you're about to fall asleep, a nagging question won't let you rest. What am I doing with my life? You're not alone in this struggle. Many people fight this same battle every day. But there's a hard truth to accept. No one is going to rescue you. No one will pull you out of bed. No one will do the work for you. It all depends on you. You decide whether to get up or stay stuck in the same spot. This is where Stoicism comes in, not as an empty consolation or a motivational quote, but as a way to live with strength, self-control, and a resilient mindset. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take back control of your life and take real action. But before we start, ask yourself, are you really ready to face reality? If the answer is yes, keep watching, because this is the turning point. First thing, start now. There's no such thing as a perfect tomorrow. What are you waiting for? A magical day? An ideal moment? A time when everything is right, without laziness, procrastination, or difficulties? Wake up. That day isn't coming. You know it, I know it, everyone knows it. Yet you keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. That tomorrow is just an excuse to feel less guilty about not acting today. Let me tell you the story of a guy named Lucas. He always said he wanted to get his life together. Start his own business, get in shape, read more books, live with more discipline. But he just kept waiting. Waiting for the rush to pass, waiting for inspiration to strike, waiting to feel ready. One day he realized something terrifying. 10 years had gone by, and he was still waiting. 10 years, and he was still in the same place, the same person, promising himself that soon he'd start, but never actually starting. Are you like Lucas? Trapped in this endless cycle of procrastination? Face the facts. You're not out of time. You have plenty of time. What's lacking is firmness. What's lacking is discipline. You don't act, not because you can't, but because you want to escape discomfort and effort. You want everything to be easy, but life doesn't work that way. Seneca once said, "While we delay, life flies by. While you wait for life to happen, before you know it, it's already gone." Understand this once and for all. The perfect beginning does not exist. There will always be reasons to doubt. You will always feel unprepared, inexperienced, thinking you're not up to the task. But no one is fully ready for the great things in life. Preparation doesn't come before, it comes after, when you practice and learn along the way. You grow as you do. Maybe you're thinking, what if I fail? Let me tell you this. Failing won't destroy you, but postponing will kill your dreams. Fear is just a shadow. It only controls you if you let it. But if you take the first step, if you take responsibility for your life, fear loses its grip. It may not disappear entirely, but it will stop holding you back. Remember the story from the Bible about the servant? The master entrusted money to 3 of them to invest. 2 were smart and made the money grow. But the third, out of fear, buried the money in the ground. When the master returned, he didn't scold him for losing money, but because he didn't try to do anything. And you? What are you doing with the chances you have? Are you seizing them or burying them under fear and doubt? What do you dream of doing? Writing a book? Starting a business? Learning something new? Changing your habits? No one cares about what you would like to do. What really matters is what you are actually doing. Want to see change? Start now. Open your computer and write the first line. Go to the gym. Make that call you've been avoiding for months. Move now. There's no right time. What matters is attitude. And the right attitude is the one that happens without hesitation. And when the next day comes, will you say, tomorrow I'll start, or will you act now? The choice is in your hands. But keep this in mind. There's only one path to greatness, and it's called action. And that journey begins the moment a new day starts. Second point, win early in the morning and you win the rest of the day. Who are you when the alarm goes off? Are you the type who hits snooze and goes back to sleep? Or are you the one who gets up and faces life head on? Do you let your willpower crumble in the first minutes of the day? Or do you start with strength from the get-go? Think about this. Are you living like someone who wins or like someone who surrenders to defeat? Time doesn't wait for anyone. It doesn't matter if you're tired or discouraged. Either you take charge of your day or it runs over you. And it all starts with a simple yet powerful moment. That instant when you open your eyes in the morning. Picture a fighter entering battle with loose armor, a slipping sword, and a foggy head. What are the chances of winning? None. That's how you've been treating your days. You wake up late, hit the snooze button several times, and when you finally get up, you've already lost almost an hour. You rush out, with no time for exercise, no time to think, no time to plan your day. At the end of the day, you tell yourself, I'll do better tomorrow. But tomorrow ends up being just like today and yesterday. And so your life slips away, wasted by procrastination. You might think, but I'm not a wise person, nor a king, nor a fighter. I'm just an ordinary person. Wrong. You are the hero of your own story, and you have a daily battle, the fight against procrastination, laziness, and a mediocre life. Your first weapon is the moment you open your eyes. So, what should you do? Get up the instant your alarm goes off. No excuses, no snoozing, no making deals with laziness. Being tired doesn't matter. Not feeling like it doesn't matter either. You don't have to wait to feel motivated to act. You just do it. Because if you wait for motivation to come, you'll be waiting forever. Get out of bed, rise, and start moving. Do a push-up. Drink a glass of cold water. Breathe deeply for a minute. Read a page of a book. Whatever it takes to send a clear message to your body and mind. Today, I'm in charge, not my laziness. And most importantly, find your reason to get out of bed. Without a purpose, you won't have the energy to move forward. Ask yourself, what am I fighting for? Who do I want to win for? Am I willing to accept a dull life? You have two choices. Continue living the same way, postponing everything, watching others move ahead while you remain stuck in your own excuses, or wake up to life. Step out of your comfort zone. Tell yourself, I will win. Now tell me in the comments, what will you do in the first 10 minutes of your day tomorrow? Write it down. Commit to it. And if you really want to change your life, hit the subscribe button. This isn't just another video. It's the beginning of the turnaround you've been needing. Number 3, put discipline ahead of feelings. How many times have you promised yourself that the next day would be different, that you would wake up earlier, that you would exercise, that you would work with more focus? But when tomorrow comes, everything stays the same. You hit snooze again. You scroll through your phone for hours. Another day goes by and you accomplish nothing important. Do you know why? Because you're addicted to quick rewards. Dopamine isn't just the happiness hormone as many believe. It's what drives you to seek pleasures. Eat something delicious, dopamine spikes. Get a new message, dopamine again. Open social media and see something interesting, more dopamine. The problem is, your brain doesn't care whether the reward is worth it or not. It just wants what's easy and comes quickly. That's where you fall into the trap, chasing immediate pleasure instead of building a life that truly matters. Your emotions end up being dominated by this pursuit. Feeling bored? Open TikTok. Stressed? Eat something sweet. Uninspired? Watch a motivational video. And so, you enter an endless cycle. Every time you seek those easy rewards, your brain learns it doesn't need to put in effort. It just needs to look for comfort. Over time, you transform into someone without willpower, without discipline, and a prisoner of your own emotions. But here's the truth you need to face. Emotions are not reliable. Thinking you need motivation to act? Wrong. Believing you have to feel ready to start? Wrong. Assuming you need to be excited to do things? Wrong. Successful people don't wait to feel in the mood. They don't care about that. They simply do what needs to be done. To take control of your life, you need to embrace discipline. No excuses, no compromises. Tired? Do it anyway. Bored? Do it anyway. Uninspired? That's exactly when you need to act even more. As Marcus Aurelius said, we must train ourselves in small things so we can conquer the big ones. Discipline is what will take you where you want to go. It's not motivation. It's not inspiration. It's discipline. How do you take back control of your life? First step, cut out the easy temptations that only provide quick pleasure. Turn off your phone notifications. Spend less time on social media. Avoid eating just to feel better emotionally. Teach your mind to seek true rewards, achieving goals, learning new things, being healthy, and staying committed to the path. Second step, make discipline automatic. Practice every day, whether you feel like it or not. Do what needs to be done, regardless of your mood. Create personal rules and never break them. Forget the idea of "I'm not motivated." That's just an excuse. What you need isn't motivation, it's action. Third step, learn not to shy away from difficulties. If something is too easy, it probably isn't worth much. If you choose a path, it's precisely that one that's worth following. The greatest achievements in life come from persistence and effort. Show your brain that the best rewards don't come from comfort, but from overcoming challenges. You want to win, but are you truly willing to pay the price? You want to change, but are you ready to leave old habits behind? You can read 1,000 texts about discipline, but if you don't start now, it will all be a waste of time. A city without protection will be overrun by enemies, and a person without discipline will be defeated by their own failures. As the Bible says, a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls, open to attack. Stop waiting for inspiration. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the day you feel prepared. Start now. Because when you develop a taste for discipline, you'll understand one essential thing. It's your habits that build your life. And that's the next lesson you need to master. Step 4. Your life is made of your daily habits. Have you heard of the basal ganglia? This part of the brain is responsible for turning repeated actions into routines. When you do something many times, this region takes control, and it becomes an automatic behavior. You don't have to think to brush your teeth or tie your shoes. Your mind already knows the way. But this same system also keeps you stuck in procrastination, impulsive eating, or staying in bed too late. What you repeat frequently, whether good or bad, eventually becomes a part of who you are. If your day starts with scrolling through your phone, you're training your mind to postpone what matters. If you're always making excuses for failures, you're feeding the idea that you're a victim. If you keep saying, "I'll change tomorrow," but never do anything, you're trapped in a cycle that leads nowhere. You might think that a small action doesn't make a difference, but when done hundreds or thousands of times, it doesn't just become a habit, it becomes your destiny. Success doesn't happen overnight. Failure doesn't just fall from the sky. Everything comes from what you do or don't do every single day. So what habits are guiding your life? There are 4 main pillars: taking care of your thoughts, cultivating discipline, maintaining focus, and taking real action. It's not just theory, it's something the wisest minds have proven over the centuries. If you master these 4 points, you'll be able to take control of your life. Let's start with the first habit, taking care of your thoughts. What does this mean? It means not allowing your mind to be swayed by useless emotions. Don't get annoyed by silly comments. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't paralyze yourself with worries that lead nowhere. Taking care of your thoughts means understanding what you can control and not wasting energy on what's beyond your reach. Focus on what you can change and put all your strength into that. But thinking clearly isn't enough. You need discipline. Maybe today you're feeling motivated, but what about tomorrow when that motivation fades? It's discipline that keeps you on track. Without it, you just become someone who dreams but doesn't act. Set an alarm and get up at the right time. Make a plan and stick to it. Train your willpower. If you can't control yourself, how will you command your life? The third habit is focus. Do you know why so many people fail? Because they can't keep their attention on one thing for long. They jump from one goal to another as if they were lost. They get distracted by social media, pointless news, and insignificant conversations. Most waste hours on this without realizing they're wasting their own lives. But those who succeed act differently. They know what's important and set everything else aside. What can you do right now? Delete unnecessary apps. Turn on Do Not Disturb mode. Choose one goal and dedicate yourself entirely to it. And finally, the most important habit, action. You can read thousands of books and listen to hundreds of talks, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. Has this ever happened to you? You read about exercise but never start. You write a business plan but never put it into action. You promise yourself to change, but time passes and nothing changes. What are you waiting for? A sign from the universe? There won't be a wave of magical inspiration. There won't be a perfect moment to turn your life upside down. Either you act now or you stay stuck forever. If you've made it this far, congratulations. You're not like most people. Most give up as soon as they encounter difficulty, but you persist because you understand the value of every word in this message. Keep moving forward. What comes next will provide you with a complete plan. If this text helped you, keep it with you. Not for my sake, but as a commitment that this time you will act. Greatness, number 5, always requires sacrifice. You say you want to be someone great. You claim you desire to achieve what seems out of reach. So face the facts. Are you really ready to give something up? Or are you still hoping to succeed without effort? Greatness doesn't come from lazy mornings in bed, from excuses, or from the comfort zone. It emerges in moments when you decide to put aside the easy path to seek the incredible. Sacrifice is not a distant idea. It's a harsh reality. You can't have everything in life. Want to get rich? You'll have to set distractions aside. Want a healthy body? Then forget late nights and greasy food. Want a sharper mind? Quit the habit of mindlessly scrolling through social media. You can't wish for an extraordinary life if you're afraid of what it costs. You can't dream of being strong while avoiding challenges. Every significant achievement has a price, and if you're not willing to pay it, you might as well stop fooling yourself. Look at those who have reached the top. They were not the ones who had it easy. They were the ones who worked hard and sacrificed more than anyone else. Do you think Marcus Aurelius became wise by enjoying the luxuries of being an emperor? Of course not. He spent every day battling his own desires, mastering his emotions, and training his mind. Do you think Epictetus became a great thinker without effort? Not a chance. He was a slave and faced much physical pain, but it was precisely that suffering that shaped his inner strength. If these great figures had to pay a high price for greatness, why do you believe you can escape that? Still think it's possible to have everything without giving up anything? Imagine a man named James. He dreams of a strong body, but won't give up fast food or go to bed early. He wants to advance in his career, but doesn't dedicate time to study and improve. Day after day, he deceives himself by saying, "I'll start tomorrow," but that tomorrow never comes. And so, he remains stuck, dreaming of greatness, but never moving forward. Do you act like James, deluding yourself with promises you never keep? It's time to face the facts. Either you make sacrifices, or you continue to live in mediocrity. There is no other way. There are no shortcuts. Greatness is not for those who fear hard work. It's not for those who don't want to let go of what holds them back. Seneca once said, "No one is more unhappy than the person who has never faced difficulties because they have never had the chance to prove their strength. No one feels worse than someone who has never been tested, for they don't know what they are truly capable of." Don't be afraid to let go of some things. What you're willing to leave behind will define what you achieve. When you step out of your comfort zone, reject empty pleasures, and choose discipline, you'll feel stronger, more prepared, and more resilient. Even in the Bible, Jesus said, "Whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for my sake will find it." If you cling too tightly to what is comfortable, to the easiest path, to the fear of losing, you will never achieve anything truly valuable. But if you have the courage to let go of what is non-essential, to step outside your safe zone, you will discover a life that is stronger, deeper, and much more fulfilling. So, what's today's challenge? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone? Are you ready to push beyond your own limits? It's not enough to talk. You must act. Look at your routine. How much time are you wasting on unimportant things? How many temptations are pulling you back? Cut those things out of your life. Get rid of all the habits that hold you back. Write down your goals and start now. Greatness does not come from empty talk. It comes from decisive actions. And when you finally make the right sacrifices, you will realize something powerful. The things you clung to were holding you back. And then you will understand another lesson. Comfort is not a reward. It is the enemy of growth. Yes, comfort is the enemy of growth. Have you ever stopped to think about why you're not where you want to be? Why your plans remain just on paper? Why year after year you feel like you haven't moved? It's not because you lack capability, nor is it because there are no opportunities. It's because you've become too comfortable. Comfort is consuming you. You want strength, but shy away from pain. You want to win, but avoid difficulties. Want to take control of your own life, but always choose the easy path. You think that resting will renew you, but in reality, it's comfort that's weakening you. Like a knife left forgotten in a drawer, both your mind and body will become dull over time. Consider a person who spends 8 hours a day working in an office. They sit, click, write, respond to emails, go home, lie down on the couch, and without much thought, turn on Netflix. Day after day, year after year, their back starts to ache, fatigue increases, and they think it's just age catching up. But it's not. It's neglect. Their body isn't simply aging, it's reacting to a lack of use. The same goes for the mind. If you don't challenge your brain, if you keep seeking easy fun and superficial content, Don't be surprised if your focus weakens, your creativity disappears, and your desire to improve vanishes. Have you heard of neuroplasticity? It's the incredible ability of the brain to adapt based on how you use it. If you always take the easy way, your mind gets used to laziness. If you shy away from challenges, your brain adapts to fear. But if you push yourself, if you deliberately choose what is difficult, new pathways will form. You'll become smarter, stronger, and more resilient. Yes, you can change your own mind, but you can't do that while slouched on the couch. Think of a long-distance runner. They don't jump into running 42 kilometers right away. Instead, they push themselves a little more every day. Gradually, their body gets used to the increased effort. The same applies to you. If you never face something difficult, you'll remain weak. If you don't challenge yourself, you'll never discover how far you can go. Epictetus once said, "Problems reveal what people are made of. You only find out who you really are when you go through trials. A knife only becomes strong after facing the fire. A person only truly develops after overcoming life's battles." So start now. Want to get stronger? Don't wait until you feel motivated. Train right now. Want to stand out at work? Don't wait for someone to teach you. Take the initiative. Learn on your own. Want a more purposeful life? Don't run from fear. Face it head on. Embrace discomfort. Every time you do this, you shift your mindset a little. You become more resilient and better prepared. The Bible says, "It is through patience that you will gain your lives." Without effort, you won't reach your goals. Without difficulties, there's no progress. Without courage, there's no freedom. Don't let comfort control you. Choose the difficult path. Challenge yourself every day. Make each day a testament to your determination. If you want to escape the trap of comfort, write in the comments, "Comfort is a trap," and take your first step forward. Always remember, small victories every day make a big difference. How many times have you told yourself, "Now I'm going to change"? How many times have you resolved to be more disciplined, stronger, more victorious, only to fall back into old habits? How often have you looked at your day and realized you didn't accomplish anything important? It's okay to make mistakes, but the danger lies in believing that only a huge change will solve your life's problems. You wait to feel motivated. You wait for the perfect moment. You wait and stay stuck. Wake up. Life doesn't work that way. People who get far don't wait for things to improve. They create opportunities for themselves. And they don't do this by taking giant steps, but by making small strides every day. There's a story about a guy named Mark. He considered himself a failure, not because he lacked talent, but because he thought he needed a huge change. He wanted a better job, but didn't practice his skills. He wanted a better body, but felt discouraged just thinking about the gym. One day, he did something simple. He set aside gigantic goals and started doing small things every day. 5 push-ups, reading a page of a book, writing a reminder of what he needed to do. After a week, those small actions became habits. After a month, working out was no longer a burden but part of his routine. A year later, he was a different person. No magic, no miraculous turns, just small victories repeated many times until they led to enormous change. Look at the people who achieve great things in life. None of them wake up one day and suddenly find themselves at the top. No one becomes an expert overnight. It all starts with small, consistent actions. That's how Arnold Schwarzenegger rose from poverty in Austria to become a bodybuilding legend. That's how Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. What's the problem? You think too much. You let your mind hold you back when it should be you in control. You freeze, then make excuses saying you're not ready. You get stuck in your own thoughts. The only way out is to act immediately. When you have something important to do and feel the urge to procrastinate, do this. Count down from 5 to 1 and take action. Don't give your brain time to come up with excuses. Don't let doubts take hold. Just do it. Get out of bed. Pick up the book. Send that message. Go to the gym. Just do it. Remember the last time you looked in the mirror and asked yourself why you still hadn't changed? Don't let that happen again. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Stop wasting time talking about what it is to be a good person. Just be one. Stop overthinking what you need to do. Just do it. Choose one thing from your list and go do it. If you make a little progress every day, a year from now, you'll be in a much better place. But if you stay stuck, a year from now, you'll be exactly where you are now. Or worse, you might have regressed. And then you'll be asking yourself, what if I had tried?" The Bible says, "Whoever waits for the right wind never plants. Whoever looks at the clouds never harvests. If you wait for the perfect conditions, you'll never start. If you keep waiting for the ideal moment, you'll accomplish nothing. So, don't wait for tomorrow. Don't think you need a giant change right now. You just need a small victory today, one step, one action right now, and tomorrow, another one. A year from now, when you look back, you'll see how much you've grown. But if you do nothing, you already know what will happen. You'll remain stuck, paralyzed, filled with regrets. And you don't want that. So now, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You are the only one responsible for your life. Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked, why is my life like this? Why haven't my dreams come true? Why am I in a job I don't like, in dull relationships, in a body I'm not happy with? Have you had the courage to admit that you're the one who created all of this? It may sound harsh, but it's the truth. No one else is to blame for your life but you. Not your parents, not school, not the government, not luck. Just you. You might not like hearing this. You might prefer to think that life is unfair, that you never had a real chance, that you were just swept along by circumstances. But stop and reflect. If you keep thinking this way, where will it lead you? If you keep placing blame on others and the situations around you, nothing will improve. You can spend your whole life complaining, but that won't make you stronger. You can blame the world, but the world won't care. You can try to escape responsibility, but in the end, you're the one who will pay the price. There's a simple truth. You are the reason, and being the reason, you also hold the key to change. It all starts with how you think. Your beliefs guide your actions, and your actions shape your life. If you believe you can't change, you won't even try. If you think you're not capable, you will never grow. If you believe you're just unlucky, you'll live that way. But if you're certain you can change, everything around you will also change. If you believe you're in control, you'll stop complaining and start taking action. If you believe you have the strength to face challenges, you'll find a way to overcome each one of them. So, take a moment and ask yourself, what do you really believe? There's a simple fact that many people refuse to accept. Success doesn't fall from the sky. It comes from small choices made every day. Want a healthier body? Get off the couch and start moving. Want a better career? Stop wasting time on trivial things and start investing in yourself. Want a happier life? Stop waiting for others. Start acting on your own. No one is going to do this for you. No one is going to pull you out of bed in the morning. No one will force you to choose what's right. It all depends solely on you. You might think this isn't fair. You may feel that others had an advantage from the start. That may be true, but that doesn't change the fact that your life will only change if you do something about it. There was a guy named Jackson. His whole life he thought he was destined to live in mediocrity. He didn't like his job, but he never looked for another one. He wanted to get in shape, but never exercised. He would always say he didn't have time, yet every night he spent hours scrolling on his phone. Then one day, Jackson realized that things weren't changing because he wasn't doing anything to make them change. It wasn't due to a lack of opportunity. It wasn't because the world was against him. It was because he refused to face his part in the story. This could very well be you. You can continue living the same way, waiting for things to happen, making excuses. Or you can get up and start doing what needs to be done. But remember, if you don't do it, no one will do it for you. If you don't change, nothing changes. And if you don't take the reins of your life, you'll always be just someone watching the story unfold, not someone truly living it. Do you want to look back 10 years from now and regret everything? Do you want to put your dreams aside just because you're too lazy to try? Are you okay knowing that you could have done better but didn't? If the answer is no, then the time is now. Don't wait any longer. Don't make any more excuses. Don't waste any more time on things that lead you nowhere. Get up and do what needs to be done right now. We've talked about 8 important ideas. Ideas that can help you organize your thoughts, better understand your emotions, and create the willpower to change the course of your life. But none of this matters if you don't take action. You can agree with all of this and still continue with your old habits. Or you can take the first step now and start making a difference. No one is going to come and do this for you. There's no miracle waiting for you around the corner. It's you and your decision, to stay where you are or to take control of your path. If this video sparked something in you, don't leave without hitting like. If you found value in this, let us know in the comments. What have you been putting off for so long? What are you going to change starting today? And if you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment to do so now. There's a lot of good stuff coming your way. Insights, tips, and paths to help you strengthen your mind, take real action, and turn what seems impossible into reality. But remember, none of this makes sense if you don't start. Not tomorrow. Now.